It is people like Tinubu and his fellow traveler who are always, measuring on selfish interests. That is it. Look, if you let him travel to Brazil and Japan 200 million times, it will not the solution. The solution sit at home. Whatever Japan and the Brazil are doing is out there in the public domain. All you needed to do is punch your laptop, or whatever you need, information will appear before you. Is that not true? You don't need to visit that country to know that they are making something is happening there. So you are aware of this. So at home, what are you doing?
No, but Barrister, we are in diplomacy. We say that it's better practice face to face. So don't you think it's necessary for him to go?
No. It's even more dangerous because when you want to go and take, they may not give it to you. Rather, you steal it. That's what China did to America. China stole technology from America and then brought it home and modified it. That was what China did. So you want to go to Brazil and they will hand over the research of many years. They will hand it over to you, Abi. It can never happen.
No, but we are looking at cooperation.
Cooperate what?
Yeah, to cooperate between...
whatever cooperation you want to achieve.
The last time they were supposed to send 2,000 tractors to Nigeria. I don't know if those tractors have arrived.
These are what? That is money coming into Brazil. Is that what you call cooperation? Instead of you to go and build your own tractor. Can you imagine? Okay, what are you saying?
Can we do that without a steel mill? We recall that Brazil is a steel giant at the moment.
Oh, God Almighty. Mr. Okoro, you have the biggest steel plant in the whole world, Ajokuta Steel Complex, lying moribund for over 30 years now. Moribund, the biggest in the whole world. Though. Tinubu did not do anything about it. Rather, he's going to Brazil to do what? Look, I don't want to get worked up now, seriously. I don't really want to get worked up. Are you serious? So, how can you develop without this steel industry? How? Everything is talk. Ajokuta, the biggest in the whole world as of today, lying moribund there. This Natasha Parentage, that lady, she did extensive work on that particular project. That was one of the reasons why they are hunting him all over the place. When she told the story of Ajokuta and how they never wanted it to work, and you are telling me you're a serious leader. Do you know that if Tinubu should revive Ajokuta, Okuiboku Pepper Mill, that aluminium smelter company. All this capital, oh my God. What exactly is wrong with us, Okoro?
No, but let's not pin it on Tinubu.
We should start it now. Somebody must start it.
Former president.
What?
Obasanjo was there, Yar'Adua was there, Jonathan was there, Buhari was there. They did nothing about it.
So because of that, you will do nothing. Then why are you deceiving yourself? So because they didn't do anything, so you too will not do anything. Then why are you telling us that you are going to reform? You are not reforming anything. If you are doing reformation of this country, those capital projects will come back to life. They are the engine room of development anywhere in the world. Ordinary NNPC that Tinubu is the president, is the minister. Look at what is going on there.
Buhari was minister of petroleum.
Oh my God, Mr. Okoro, please, I've told you. You are not very close to me now. I would have touched your mouth small so that you know what you are saying.
How can you be talking? Do that, please.
I will do it myself too, so that you don't have to talk. Why are you telling me this person did it? Did you come to correct what they did wrong? How can you now add it to the problem and you say you are come to reform? That is my question here. If at the end of the day, after 4 or 8 years, Tinubu now leaves office with nothing as an achievement.
With nothing, he's building the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway.
Are you serious?
He's building the Badagry-Sokoto highway.
Is he building the human capital that will apply those roads? No.
Barrister Darlington Agomo, you heard it all. Now, let's start from what is going on within the PDP. PDP has denied and said, look, we are not in talks. We are not in discussions with Peter Obi. We are not in discussions with Goodluck Jonathan, officially as a political party. Those doing that are doing that at a personal level. Barrister, what does that signal to Nigerians and to Obi and Jonathan? Does it look like, something is happening again behind the scene? What do you think?
Yeah, the way political parties behave these days is so baffling because they will first of all fly a card before the public and gauge the public mood. It is the outcome of that mood that will determine whether they will go forward or backwards. Look, PDP cannot claim that they have not been reaching out to these people because we heard what Jerry Ghana said. Jerry Ghana was open about talking to Peter Obi and Jonathan. So apparently because the two individuals did not budge, that's why they have resorted to denial and all that. But then, look, I don't think PDP is getting it right. Whether they are talking to Obi or Jonathan, is a no-no for me. That's the truth, especially for that of Jonathan. Jonathan does not have any watches. He doesn't have any popularity. I don't know his political base for now. It cannot be a small Bayelsa of 1.8 million people. So, on what basis is he coming up now? They forgot how Jonathan came to power. It wasn't by campaign or by nomination or by whatever. No, it wasn't. It was an act of faith that brought Jonathan to power. From deputy governor in Bayelsa to governor when Alamesia died, then to vice president when Obasanjo handpicked him, and then to president when Yar'Adua died. You can imagine how God can elevate a man without even uttering a word. So, do you think such a thing will happen now? These are the things that deceive the public.
Okay, now, Barrister, when he said that he doesn't have a war chest, he was president for 6 years. He was former governor. Well, you think he doesn't have?
No, I don't think so. If Jonathan have stolen money like other people, you will see it now. I don't think so. Maybe he's comfortable, quite all right, but I don't think he has that money to throw around.
Do you think, now we are discussing politics, you know, when we are Nigerians, let's be frank with each other, with one another. Do you think that there's somebody like Desiani Alison Madeke acted alone?
You see, people have overblown the issue of Desiani.
Is he overblown?
It was, in fact, overly overblown. That lady is not as rich as they claim. All those things they said about jewelries and other, they were all hyped by Lagos Ibadan press. Those things are not what they claim. It's not possible, Mr. Okoro.
Where is that the money is recovered in the US? Millions of dollars?
How much?
The property seized by the EFCC that she's fighting back?
Mr. Okoro, Desiani did not disappear 210 trillion naira that you and I are looking for in the same NPC.
Okay.
It didn't happen under Desiani now. So what are you now saying?
Okay, now let's leave Desiani and stay with Jonathan and his capability.
Why are you not calling out the people that this money disappeared under their watch?
No, Barrister, let's stay with Desiani. Okay. Let's stay with Jonathan.
All right.
Now, you said that he doesn't have... South Nigerians are asking for Jonathan to come back because during his time, inflation was 8%. Naira was 220 per dollar. The dollar was 220 naira, you know, at the exchange rate. Fuel was 187 naira. And Nigerians were better off than today, and they're asking him to come. Isn't that enough clout, you know, for the PDP to say, look, this is the only man. This is a man that can take us back to where we are coming from.
The person who was behind the economic progress of Jonathan was a certain Okonji Iweala, who is now with the WTO.
Okay.
Look, let us not compare apple and orange just because they are fruits. If Jonathan comes today, the environment is so toxic that it can't even operate. I'm telling you, the environment today whereby terrorists are dictating the terms of peace in Nigeria, I don't think a Jonathan can operate in it. He cannot. All the indices that existed that time, they have disappeared now.
Yeah, but he was very steadfast in fighting insecurity.
No.
Recall what he did with Azubuike Ejurika until the North piled up pressure on him and he removed him.
The same North are still there.
Okay.
As at that time, the insecurity have not become a political tool.
And you think, Barrister, you say insecurity hadn't become a political tool. How about the Chibok girls? And all of that happened.
Oh my God. Under his work, we are suffering with, we are battling with Boko Haram.
Okay.
Today, they are up to 7. And allow somebody say 22.
And a lot of people believe that at that point, Boko Haram was politicized. I keep going back. Let me go back to the issue of Chibok girls. You know what happened?
Even at that,
you know the state governor of Borno State. You know the position he occupies at this moment.
Even at that, we only had a Boko Haram to contend with.
Okay.
Today, I think I can mention 7. While somebody saying they are up to 22 operating in Nigeria. How can a Jonathan handle it without hurting the North? Or is it in doubt now that this terrorism has become North?
No, Barrister, it's not in doubt. My point of concern was when you said that as at the time Jonathan was in government, that Boko Haram had not become a political tool. And I just needed to remind you...
No. I said we were only battling with only Boko Haram.
Okay, maybe that was a slip. You also said that. Now, let's examine the issue of... do you think that a Jonathan or a Peter Obi might actually, somebody who could be pliant, somebody who could be, amenable to the wishes of an individual? Do you think that realization has come to the fore at this moment?
That magic can never happen again. Because when it happened in Labour Party, with Obi, who came into that party and made it popular, the environment has never become like this. It was not this toxic. The person in power today was not in power then. These are different scenarios. APC have not become this hydra-headed. So it will be impossible for him to do the same thing with the PDP now. It's not possible because the election is no longer about popularity or personality. No, it's about who is behind you.
Okay.
Who are those principalities and power that will decide?
And Barrister, you think that somebody who is the populace?
Nigerians killed behind somebody in 1993, Abi? Okay. June 12.
Yes. Must you repeat the mistakes of those years?
No, as far as these principalities are for you to enter into the carcass, that is the way it is. Let us not deceive us. Even in America, can you imagine 20 million Americans going to vote with the electoral college? What does that tell you? That's America.
Okay, now, Barrister, in 2022, the APC was trying to field Goodluck Jonathan. And inside stories, insiders believe that it was the death of Abia Kyari that scuttled that drive. Now, in the same PDP that Jonathan more like abandoned after serving as president, will Jonathan himself even accept that offer?
PDP is not the person wooing Jonathan.
Okay.
It is individuals.
I mean the individuals. What do they want? What do they want to achieve?
They want to claim credit that they are the one that convinced Jonathan to join the race. But they are not telling us how Jonathan can win this race with a Tinubu in the saddle. These are two different scenarios. They don't want to rob Jonathan. I think they are not happy with his popularity outside here. They want to reduce him to nothing. And that's what's going to happen, because Tinubu, the way he's preparing for this election, it will be practically impossible to beat him. I'm not joking. Practically impossible to beat him.
To beat Tinubu?
Yes, because Mr. Okoro, I have learned something about the human mind with the story of Jesus Christ. When he was going to Jerusalem, they were saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna, they were praising him. 3 days after, what were you here? The same people that I will not betray you. Jesus Christ look at him and say, Peter, before the cock will crow 3 times, you would have betrayed me 3 times. You would have denied me 3 times. Peter said, me, in fact, I will die for me. Before I can do that, I will first of all die. Jesus Christ said, but I will pray for you. You can see how ignorance. So when somebody who is seeing ahead is telling you, you think you know better. Mr. Okoro, when the chiefs are down, when the money start rolling out, even Peter Obi's biggest supporter, they will shift their ground. Oh. I'm not joking. They will shift their ground. By the time they stop them with money, they will abandon the ship.
Now, Barrister, you seem to have given up hope over 2027.
No, I'm not giving up. I'm facing reality.
Okay, you're facing reality.
Yeah,
what gives you that impression that things can't turn around?
No, well, look, everybody wants things to turn around, but who wants to take the first step? That's the issue. The people that are supporting Peter Obi since 2023 and all that, what have they done after that time?
Is close to their chest.
Okay.
They don't want anybody to know about it, but they are mobilizing across the country, nationwide.
Okay. And then they didn't mobilize in the where he is. I was arguing with somebody this morning when he said that Peter Obi is still in Labour Party, but he was campaigning for ADC woman because of sympathy. Because of I said, please shut up. What do you mean? How can a man be in 2 political parties at the same time? What happens to loyalty? What happens to party discipline? What happens to what do you call it now? Anti-party activities. You can't be in 2 parties at the same time, because Wike did it with the support of Tinubu. Is that why you want it to become a culture now, that a man will be in 2 political parties at the same time, and you are saying nothing is wrong? No, everything is wrong with it. Too. In the first place, you are confusing your followers. They don't know where you are. Okay. And I don't want anybody to brood that idea. He had to be somewhere for you to identify him. Now that he has made it clear, maybe you play the inserts in subsequent shows. Okay. For us to hear from the horse's mouth.
I played it yesterday on Political Lens. So maybe next time, I don't know if the producer can dig up that that video now. But the point is this: like you said that he wore ADC shirt and campaigned for somebody in Anambra State. That means he's now with the ADC, even if he has not officially.
But he said that he's trending all over.
Yes, everywhere.
So why you saying that? If he said it, then it is.
No, the lawyer. The lawyer. Yeah, okay, we can put up the video. Let us. No, it's not this video, please. The other one, the one that I played yesterday. I'll call for this one at the. Yes, exactly. Now, Barrister, listen in and watch the video.
Assembly, where nobody can leave his party after election. Exactly. If you want to change party, please do the election. After election, you must stay there. If you vacate, they replace the person.
Wow. Very correct.
So, which one am I going to contest him? As you know, because of the problem they have. Video. The president adopted ADC, but I can tell you, before the election, more will join. Yes. More people will come together. Yes. Because the opposition needs to come together. Yeah. We are not coming together to wrestle power. If it is wrestle power, can't people be out of it?
Okay, now Barrister, you heard what he said. We have adopted the ADC as a political party. So we'll take it for granted now that Peter Obi is a member of the ADC, even if he has not officially resigned from the Labour Party and collected membership card of the ADC. Is that correct?
Even with what he said, he's not clear about it.
Okay.
He didn't say, I am now a member of ADC. He said the opposition have adopted. When you adopt...
We, myself and others.
We didn't see that official announcement or press... Abi?
Yes, that's my question. Officially, he has not. But it looks like, in mind, he has thrown his his body within the ADC.
Why are we in a hurry to even jump the gun? Whatever he declared, we'll all know, we'll all hear.
Okay, now Barrister, hold on to your line of thought. We have a caller. Let's take the call. Good evening and thanks for calling in. Your name and where you are calling from? Hello, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening. This is Ayin Naya from Lagos. Now, I want us to imagine definitely if the ADC conducts a presidential candidate that Atiku will take the ticket. Is Peter Obi willing to be the vice president to Atiku? Question number one. Question number two. It is Atiku will definitely pick Rotimi Amechi for as his vice. Then where will Peter Obi's fate be? Because definitely he has a bad name in Labour Party and thereabouts. So I believe that Peter Obi should tread carefully in this election. Least he'll be baboos, because you can't tell me ADC are just, how will I put it, people of no relevance if I will categorize them like that. But Peter Obi should be very careful with the card he's playing now, because he's really playing a dangerous game. You can't be a saint in the midst of wolves. Please let him be careful.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for calling. We appreciate your call. Now, Barrister, can you react to that? Do you agree or disagree with him?
Exactly. The caller is making some sense here, because in politics there is no sense. If you are looking for sense, go to heaven. As long as we are here on earth, even God is saying that all have sinned and come short of His glory. God said it. God, are you going to prove God wrong? It's not possible. So when Peter Obi is talking about if it is to grab power. Yes, the purpose of a political party is to gain a political advantage and then form a government and use it to their own advantage. That is political party. That is what political party is all about. That's why they came together. They are coming together to restore power from the person in office.
Okay.
It is only when you get the power that you now decide what to do with it. So all this while he was saying if it is to grab power, what are you doing now? Are you not campaigning to take power from Tinubu? Is that not what you are doing? No, tell me, all this campaign, all this talk, all this, is it not to collect power from Tinubu? Is there any other thing?
No, so he says to change the country, not for the sake of power.
You will get to power before you change anything. You can't change the country from outside. If it is possible, there will no need for any campaign, no political party, no election.
All right. Now, Barrister, let's examine what happened in 2023 and whether the Labour Party, the Obedient Movement, or Peter Obi himself can reenact, can replicate that in 2027. There's a video that I would like for us to play, so that we listen to what former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, said about Peter Obi, about 2023, and what might happen in 2027.
All that, for someone to start and within 6 months, Peter is a symbol. It's not him. What does he say that we've heard of? But he is a symbol that reflects two things: the anger of the people and what could be. He says the right things, and people have keyed in onto it. Now, if Peter were running on the platform of PDP, he wouldn't get that traction, right? So, today, and I said this to him, you have an army of young people who see hope in you. What are you going to do with them? You can't. They're not going to join PDP. They're not going to join APC. But they have tasted blood. They want to be involved in the governance, the politics of their country. And they see you as your arrowhead. You've got to reflect. You've got to know what to do with them. You've got to provide them a platform. They're pursuing their ideals. And it's a righteous one. Everyone has a right to employment. Young people have two options. Either they leave, and you see a lot of that happening, or they stay back and fight it out. For them, they have nothing to lose. And that's what you saw. Now, if something is not done urgently, it will go from a passive revolution, which is what we had on Saturday, the 25th, right, to an actionable revolution, which is what we had when we called it NSAS. In fact, NSAS was still passive, but NSAS in Cross River was not passive. They destroyed. You don't want that on a national scale.
You heard all of that coming from former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. Now he is more like admonition Peter Obi. Do you agree with him?
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that Peter Obi, the Obedient Movement, can reenact what happened in 2023?
They may not, because the music have changed, and so the dance steps will change. You see, I just gave you examples. The off-cycle elections that happened.
Okay.
I didn't see anything
spectacular.
Yes, any outstanding display of patriotism and seriousness on the part of Labour and Obedient followers. I didn't see.
Okay, now don't you think it was because at that time the Labour Party was still having a crisis, and it's still having a crisis now that is yet resolved?
Do you think the crisis will end countdown to the election?
Okay.
Do you think
now the Obedient Movement They have said, look, anyway Obi goes, we'll go with him. If he dumps the obedient movement in the ADC and he clinches that ticket, don't you think he's able to reenact that momentum of 2023?
Well, I doubt it, because you need to have a team, an inner caucus team that will now face the battle ahead.
Okay.
When these things happen, like I told you, Tinubu was just coming into office. The thing was a shocker to him. But now that he has consolidated...
Okay, so he won't allow that to happen.
Yeah, is it not obvious?
Okay, all right. Now, Barrister, we are questioning home. Let's move away from the politics of PDP, ADC, Jonathan, and Peter Obi, and get into our president's travel, you know. Is it appropriate for Nigerians to always demand to know the whereabouts of our president before we are greeted with one form of praise statement or the other? The other day, Sarah Abraham said, look, our president has been missing for 11 days. And all of a sudden, the president appeared, supervised the Federal Executive Council meeting. And minutes, hours after that, Bayo Ononoga told us that the president will be away for 22 days. Sorry, for 12 days. Going from Japan to Brazil en route Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Barrister, must we demand, must we ask before we are told? Is it appropriate? Shouldn't the president, you know, willingly tell Nigerians, this is what is going on with me. This is where I am at any point in time.
When a man has created so many enemies around him, hiding is the name of the game. When a president is not the darling of his people, my brother, self-preservation is the watchword. So I will not blame Tinubu, but I will blame him. He created every problem that is haunting him. All this secrecy and all that, is it not because Tinubu have already known that people don't like him? He said it. He said when he was talking after the election and result, he said, I know you do not vote for me. That was his very word. I know you do not vote for me. So he already know that his leadership has created problem in the life of Nigerians. So he's not comfortable opening up concerning anything that has to do with him, his health and all that. That is just the first thing. Then the second, most times, maybe because of official secret act and all that, you don't reveal so many things in government. Okay. Are you getting it? Okay. Yes. Then three, the environment you are is a third world country. You are not mature like the Western world, where the head of a president that is, it doesn't matter to anybody. If you reveal it here, evil men, principalities and powers will latch onto it. That's the truth. Evil men, they are bound in African leadership. You don't know what they can do. And so the man is being very cautious, but it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be so. Remember, I told you that the first problem was the problem Tinubu created for himself by his style of leadership that has made people to lose interest and lose love for him. So with all this following him, he will always be careful in revealing things about his health.
Barrister, is that the kind of president that we need at this time?
No, we don't need this kind of president, because that is not what leadership is all about. As a leader, somebody who is in the public eye, you are no longer yourself. Because every couple you spend in that place is taxpayers' money. So they should know where you are, what you are doing, how you are spending this money. It is their right to. It is the right of the people to know where you are, because you are their own servant. You are serving them. So you must always make yourself available. Let them know what you are doing, whether in or out of the country. Okay. That is how leadership works. But here, Tinubu and his fellow travelers have turned it into a secret court, where you don't know what is going on, what they are doing and all that, except you're a member. Okay,
now, Barrister, let's talk about the president's trips to Brazil. Again, the third time in 2 years, and to Japan. And in Japan, he will attend the 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development, codenamed TICAD 9. One country, Japan, is hosting
an entire
continent. Japan was ruined after a world war, yet
they bounced back.
They bounced back, and they are going to host 54 African countries to talk about what African development. Barrister, how did we lose it? And is there any hope for redemption of Africa?
We lost it. If you check, most of the countries that fought the Second World War, they were done after that war, especially the Axis powers, Japan, Italy, Germany.
Yes.
In fact, they had to sign a treaty to the Allied forces who won, that they will never go to war again, they will never produce leather weapons and all that.
Yes, they did.
And now they went back and started making use of technology. I mean, you can't lose both ways. When one door closes, another will open. That was what made Japan to go into what? This electronic technology. With ordinary sand, silicon, ordinary sand. They started producing all manner of gadgets. Germany went back to producing machineries, industrial tools and all that. And today, look at where they are. In Nigeria, you're asking me where we lost it. We lost it when we abandoned the Igbos after the Civil War. We would have reintegrated them and used their technology to develop Nigeria. That was what I have gone and check. Every country that went through Civil War, they learned something from that war. And after the war, they will now use it to develop. In Nigeria, we threw away the baby at the bathwater. Thank God, They have been saying it that the development, the industrial development of Nigeria is in the hands of the Igbos. Shetima said it. Buhari said it. Many of them, when they go to Aba or the Southeast, they come out with the impression that these people are the key to Nigeria's industrial development. Then what are you doing about it? Nothing. You are afraid that if they develop, they will be ahead of you and all that. What, is that how it works? Is it not for the betterment of Nigeria? These other people that took advantage of what they experienced in the war, is it not for their own country? That is the problem, Mr. Okoro. Our tribal leaning is bringing us down. All these countries you are talking about today, they don't have tribal boundaries.
Okay.
Boundaries.
Okay. In the opening footage, the president told visiting Brazilian vice president that Nigeria and Brazil were contemporaries at one point. But today, Brazil is 2 steps ahead of Nigeria.
Exactly.
Who should be held responsible for that? I keep citing the instance of the Embraer and the DICON, the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, somewhere in Kaduna, that was established in 1964, you know, apparently to build arms, light arms and ammunition for the Nigerian army, for the Nigerian people. Now, 5 years later, in 1969, Brazil copied that model and built the Embraer. You know the Embraer. For light arms and ammunition. Barrister, as at July last year, that corporation had supplied the 6,000th aviation, that is a commercial aviation plane, to the world. Yet, we are unable to couple AK-47 and all that. Who should be held responsible for that?
It is people like Tinubu and his fellow traveler who are always, you know, majoring on selfish interests. That is it. Look, if you let him travel to Brazil and Japan 200 million times, it will not be the solution. The solution sits at home. Whatever Japan and the Brazil are doing is out there in the public domain. All you needed to do is punch your laptop. Or whatever you need, information will appear before you. Is that not true? You don't need to visit that country to know that they are making something is happening there. So you are aware of this. So at all, what are you doing?
No, but Barrister, we are in diplomacy. We say that it's better practice face to face. So don't you think it's necessary for him to go?
No. It's even more dangerous. Because when you want to go, they may not give it to you. Rather, you steal it. That's what China did to America. China stole technology from America and then brought it home and modified it. That was what China did. So you want to go to Brazil and they will hand over the research of many years. They will hand it over to you, Abi. It can never happen.
No, but we are looking at cooperation.
Cooperate what?
Yeah, to cooperate between...
whatever cooperation you want to achieve.
The last time they were supposed to send 2,000 tractors to Nigeria. I don't know if those tractors have arrived.
These are what? That is money coming into Brazil. Is that what you call cooperation? Instead of you to go and build your own tractor. Can you imagine? Okay, what are you saying?
Can we do that without a steel mill? We recall that Brazil is a steel giant at the moment.
Oh, God Almighty. Mr. Okoro, you have the biggest steel plant in the whole world, Ajokuta Steel Complex, lying moribund for over 30 years now. Moribund, the biggest in the whole world, though. Tinubu did not do anything about it. Rather, he's going to Brazil to do what? Look, I don't want to get worked up now, seriously. I don't really want to get worked up. Are you serious? So, how can you develop without this steel industry? How? Everything you talk. Ajokuta, the biggest in the whole world as of today, lying moribund there. This Natasha Parentage, that lady, she did extensive work on that particular project. That was one of the reasons why they are hunting him all over the place. When she told the story of Ajokuta and how they never wanted it to work, and you are telling me you're a serious leader. Do you know that if Tinubu should revive Ajokuta, Okuiboku Pepper Mill, that Aluminium Metal Company, all this capital, oh my God. What exactly is wrong with us, Okoro?
No, but let's not pin it on Tinubu.
We should start it now. Somebody must start it.
We have former presidents.
What?
Obasanjo was there, Yar'Adua was there, Jonathan was there, Buhari was there. They did nothing about it.
So because of that, you do nothing. Then why are you deceiving yourself? So because they didn't do anything, so you too will not do anything. Then why are you telling us that you are going to reform? You are not reforming anything. If you are doing reformation of this country, those capital projects will come back to life. They are the engine room of development anywhere in the world. The ordinary NNPC that Tinubu is the president, is the minister. Look at what is going on there.
Buhari was minister of petroleum.
Oh my God, Mr. Okoro, please, I told you. You are not very close to me now. I would have touched your mouth small so that you know what you are saying.
How can you be talking? Do that, please.
I will do it on set so that you know how to talk. Why are you telling me this person did it? Did you come to correct what they did wrong? How can you now add it to the problem and you say you are come to reform? That is my question here. If at the end of the day, after 4 or 8 years, Tinubu now leaves office with nothing as an achievement.
With nothing, he's building the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway.
Are you serious?
He's building the Badagry Sokoto Highway.
Is he building the human capital that will apply those roads? No. And you and I know the controversy and the corruption that follow those projects. I have told you here, whenever you hear that they are building one thing or the other, it is what? An avenue for chopping money. That is a conduit pipe.
Okay, now, Barrister, let's measure the value component of the president's visits in the past 2 years and some months. At last count, the president spent 23 billion naira on foreign travels. They used 23 billion naira to buy foreign exchange for foreign travels. Do we have a corresponding value in the foreign direct investment?
Nothing. They did a survey and discovered that Nigeria is even far behind Egypt, Kenya, South Africa, and their president never traveled 1/4 of what the president traveled.
But National Bureau of Statistics also told us that the government netted $30 billion investment last year.
Are you serious? Where are they?
Should we ask NBS? Should we ask NBS?
No, we should be asking Tinubu because he's the one that brought it. Let us know where those things are. I mean, that kind of money, it cannot be flying in the air now. There must be a shop open somewhere. A foreign entity must have entered this country, and you see them setting up shop, Abi, and you know that they have come to invest here. The ones that are here already living. Are you telling me that with all the bad experience of those who are on ground, then more will now come and join them?
He's going to hold a meeting on the sidelines of TICAD 9 with Japanese companies that are investing in Nigeria.
He did the same thing in India. Okay. When they told us one Indian billionaire is bringing 14 billion, that was the first thing he did when he entered office. Have you forgotten? Up to today, where is the Indian man and his company? Where are they?
Recall that when he went to China too, we signed a memorandum of understanding with in areas of energy development, nuclear energy development, and all of that. Have you seen any of those?
Where are they? Well, please develop the NEPA before you talk of nuclear energy. Develop NEPA. Let us have light for before you talk of nuclear energy. You can imagine everything this man is doing. Just you don't make a hype over nothing. Nuclear energy, nuclear power, ordinary NEPA. Why not to give us light for with NEPA? Then begin to talk of nuclear energy and all that. For industrial purposes.
Is there anything with Brazil? This is the third time the president is going to Brazil. Do you?
No, he said they were in the same group before. Okay. All of a sudden, Brazil left us behind.
Okay, so he probably wants to understudy the Brazilian model. Okay.
Then ask me, who did the Brazil understudy before they left you behind?
You never can tell. Maybe they were also traveling.
Hold on. I told you where China got their own leverage.
From where, sir?
From America.
Okay.
When they were sending their boys there and order to go and see their technology. Abi, don't you see how Donald Trump is becoming angry that China is taking away their whatever? But already China is on their own. A country of 1.4 billion. What product are you looking for? What product would them have that Chinese will not take it up? China don't even need to send anything to anybody. They can consume their own product and money will circulate. Is that not true? Okay. Yes, they can use their own product. They don't need to import anything from anywhere.
Now, Barrister, we are out of time. Can you, in 1 minute, give us your concluding thoughts on PDP, Peter Obi, Jonathan, and the president's trip to Brazil?
Look, Mr. Okoro, I am not happy that the greatest business or the biggest business today is politics.
Okay. What should it be?
Look, it's about industrial development. It's about human capital development, Mr. Okoro. It's about building this country. We are not seeing all those things. Rather, every day, politics, Peter Obi want to join here. PDP is calling him. Jonathan is calling. They will soon draft, what's their name? Design Madueke to come and bring the money she took from an NPC. They will soon draft her into the foreign. So what I'm saying is that this shows you that Nigeria is not moving forward. If at this point in time, 2 years into your presidency, there is a hot debate about the next election. Okay. That means nothing is happening. Unfortunately, Tinubu tells us that he wants to reform Nigeria. On what ground? Is it by traveling all over the place? How many of them have come here to come and see what you are doing? Nobody. Because nothing is happening. Okay. So when you are talking of traveling, other countries that they never traveled. They don't travel. When there must be a reason. In this case, Tinubu just hop into his new toy and then begin to drive all over the world. All right.
You listen to Mr. Dity. That's why I like Mr. Dity. You want beat to Koro for studio. He say if not because you are close to me now, you for hear from me. Maybe you for connect uppercut, then you go talk normal. Mr. Dity. In fact, I don't know when I will see you. I'll buy you one bottle of beer. I like the bar analysis. He will just tell you the truth. You see, that's why I said it before. Whenever I listen to this interview, especially Okoro, a lot of people are always complaining. I don't know. Maybe you need to do well, to be honest with you. The way people are always praising Mr. Darlington, Barrister Darlington, the same way people are always saying, who is this journalist? You need to go and learn work. Who is this journalist? Why is he talking that? They don't know how to talk. This and that. Joke apart, everybody got their awful body. You see, because the way they talk, it be like say the government, they favor you somehow. Or I don't understand. Or they try to defend the government. I don't understand. You see, that's one thing I like Mr. Darlington for. We complain about Buhari. Buhari was bad. Why should we continue to reference Buhari again? Nah, Buhari didn't do this now. It was not good. Buhari was not good. Everybody complained. We condemned the administration. It was a reckless government. It set this country backwards. Now UK, must you continue to do the same thing that we complain about upon all the reforms that you promised that you were going to reform this country? Are you here to remind us of the past, or you are here to work for the future? Why should you continue to talk about, you say, we talk about this Ajao Kuta panel, still these issues that have been causing a lot of problems. Somebody is talking about president who is ready to do, somebody who says he want to do this. This is his campaign for this job. You contested for this, now they're giving it to you. You continue to remind us of the past. You are only telling us that the previous administration did not do. Why did it do it? Was it not because they did not do it makes this country remain in this manner, that the country is not moving forward? Since they did not do it, can't you do it? Can't you do it? And now you try to defend them, to justify, telling us that this Yaradua did not do, Obasanjo did not do it. And so what? Can't Tinubu break the record? Do you understand? It's just like a attire. Every time now, it shows that the country is not producing anything. We are not doing anything. They are less busy every day now. Politics. They had 2 years. Politics is far. Every opposition parties who is contesting, we don't even know anyone who is contesting or representing each party. Politics has started. Everywhere you go now on the news is politics. Peter Obi, PDP, Peter Obi, PDP, ADC coalition. Immediately Peter Obi tweet, opposition, they don't respond. Immediately Atiku say something, this one says something, ADC, they don't respond. They have forgotten the primary responsibility of the government, the purpose at which they were elected into this office. They have forgotten completely, because nothing is going on. It's just like what this man said, Mr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, right? When he resigned when he resigned from this appointment, what he said exactly, he said the job given to him is big on paper, but in physical executions, there's nothing is going on. He said he's tired, he's bored, there's nothing for him to do, nothing is going on. But the appointment is big on paper, the position he's occupied is big. He resigned. He said, no, I'm here to work. I'm not here to just come and sit down and be collecting salary. Even if he added salt and maggi to it because he want to form coalitions and take power from Tinubu. That's your, but you could see that the country is not moving forward, that we are not doing anything. They are less busy. That's why they are every day. Before you know, Daniel Bwala, don't go there, don't go respond. They talk figures. When they talk something, when you don't get figure. Another APC, don't go that studio. We are using this time that the government is supposed to talk. The government is supposed to focus and deliver, do the job they elected him to do. They are not talking about politics, destabilizing oppositions, using everything he has to destabilize opposition. That is part of his strategy. If you start this on they started early. Now, what do you expect next year? If this politics can't be this serious at this time, talking about politics, what do you expect next year? I mean, next year, nothing. Everywhere you go is politics. Who's going to be the president? Where Peter Obi is contesting? Okay, fine, this and that. Let me say, people internet will blow off that time next year with politics. Peter Obi, Atiku, ADC. Anyways, what do you appreciate this video? But as for Okoro, Mr. Okoro, when Mr. Darlington is talking about Mr. Darlington, please give him time to talk. He knows what he's saying. Allow him to, you invited him, allow him to do his analysis. Do you understand? Don't always shut him or not always try to stop him. You are scared. You are not the one saying something. Allow the person saying it to say it so that the viewers will understand. Mr. Darlington, not the fear. If you the fear. Anyways, kudos to Mr. Darlington. Please share this video and please subscribe for more. I'll be your guy now.